Season 3, here we come. Wormhole Extremists,
Woo-hoo!
SG-1. Hey guys, David
All
Reed here
aboard
with
the season 3.
with Nicole Rodriguez Galdo
Me.
and
Hello.
Yvie Cahill.
Hello, here interrupting your intro.
Yeah.
You know what? It has been like a month since we properly did one of these, so we're gonna bung something up. That's for sure. So yeah,
Absolutely.
Well,
So
I managed to do it in under 5 seconds, so
you did.
I'm glad to have you guys back. Thank you all so much for tuning in. For those of you who joined us for Aliens, hope you had a great time. We certainly did. Nicole had a good time giving away her one curse word. So we're on to season 3 of SG-1, Into the Fire and Seth this episode. So
indeed.
here we go in just a little bit here. But Anthony has been so kind to give us the stats for season 2 in terms of the overall rating. So I will allow decimal points for the chevrons. From one chevron
Spicy,
being
guys.
it was awful, 7 being it was amazeballs. So if you go to the YouTube live chat, you'll see the stats for season 2. So thank you for that, Anthony.
Sorry,
Wow.
Serpent's Lair 5.5. I know we talked about it last time, but I forgot from Wednesday that came second. That is shocking because I don't think it's a great like it's not like the greatest one. It's all right. It's not the greatest. That is
It's kind of their point for the Grace of God 2.0, but not as exciting.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, some of these are quite shocking.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Was Need last? No.
Well, yeah,
Oh, no, Family.
2.6 out of 7. What was Family?
How did Message
Family
in a Bottle
2.4, it's below.
How did
Gen
Message in
10
a Bottle
was
only
twin.
get 3 and Bane got 3.2? Sorry, Bane got 3.2 and Message in a Bottle got 3. How is that even
I thought Message in a Bottle was
must
good.
enjoy cocoon kink. So there must be someone out there.
So this is all of our ratings, including the audience as well,
Everyone's.
combined.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the average rating of us, according to the stats, David was an average of 4 this season. I was 3.5 and Evie was 3.8. So I had the lowest, obviously. But we're all in the same kind of margin of like we're all
That's
half
very
a point
close.
within each other. That is very close.
Yeah, that's very close.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that I gave
Jeez.
season 2 the highest out of the 3 of us. Because unlike Nicole, I watched it in order. So this is
You didn't taint your Stargate.
No, the show got
journey.
progressively better as it went along. So
Yep.
legit. Housekeeping.
We have someone new. Hello, Jakob. He says, hello, everyone. I finally managed to join the live stream. He said Jacob.
Yay.
And I don't know if it's Jacob or Jakob, but for some reason when I see that spelling, I say Jakob.
Jacob, yeah. Can you phonetically sound out the first word, Jakub, so we can pronounce it correctly?
Yeah.
I apologize for not posting the feed until like 10 minutes ago. So always check it on dialthegate.com if I failed to post it. I get people who, if I post a live feed too soon, they write me and they say I'm unsubscribing because this is not
Oh, really?
applicable for me right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a balance. Ideally, I'd like to post it like 3 or 4 hours before, but I only wake up like an hour before, and I wake up at like a different time, all the time. So I need to set myself a reminder.
I've been including it in the link. Been including the link in the Facebook posts.
Okay.
So Nicole's been including it in Twitter and Instagram as well.
Well,
at least
Instagram
a
I
few
can't
days
link
before.
it because it won't let me properly. But yes,
Oh, okay.
Some of them are weird.
Well,
yeah.
Do the best you can, and thanks for bearing with me. So.
Yeah, I just want to add the reason actually I say Jakob. Sorry, I just remembered the other reason I say Jakob is because my friend Ben, when he was going through Stargate SG-1, every time we saw Jacob Carter, he'd go, "It's Jakob. It's my favorite. It's Jakob." And I'm just like, "Why are you saying his name wrong?" And he's like, "Because I feel like it." And it was just became
like Jan. That's spelled like Jan.
Yeah, he just did that. So it was very interesting and very funny, and it's stuck now. So Jakob Carter.
Jakob. Yeah, I went to school with a guy called Jan, but it was spelled Jan, and the poor kid just got like absolutely like
slammed.
Yep.
And it was Jan?
Jan. He was definitely Jan.
Not Yarn? Okay.
I knew a guy that I met on Xbox who my friend actually traveled to his country on holiday and then met him, and I was like, this is the most random thing ever.
What a world we live in now.
But
Wow.
I know, but his name was spelled Jip, but it was pronounced Yip.
Interesting.
He was
Yeah.
Nordic, somewhere up in that
Oh,
in that
okay.
area. So I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Traveling the
got the
world
yips.
to meet people on Xbox. Well,
Well, no, she
Yvie-
didn't do it. She went on holiday, and he happened to be there.
Oh,
It
he
was
happened to
bizarre.
be there.
Oh,
Okay, got it.
okay.
Yeah, they'd
okay.
never really spoken. I was like, what
Wow.
happened?
Evie, your family is experiencing something like that right now, isn't it? They're traveling based on someone that they met online.
Oh yes. The short story is that my in-laws were following a Australian couple sailing around like the east coast of the US. And they only met them a couple of times on Zoom before they decided to fly over there and sail around the Caribbean for 2 weeks. It's people they'd never met.
Well, I've only met you 3 times, and I've only met David twice. So you know,
I know,
Imagine spending
technically,
2 weeks with
yeah.
people you've spent 2 hours with on Zoom.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Like,
bit mad.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle that, especially
I
in a
know.
confined space. Are they on the same boat?
They were on the same boat.
Whoa.
Yeah. on the same-
David.
It was not
How
even
long
a boat,
is the
like
boat?
it's a yacht. It was a small yacht. So
Okay.
I think there was a bedroom for them, but it would have been about as big as the bed itself.
Okay.
So they're actually not there anymore. They're in Seattle at the
Oh,
moment.
okay.
That's a distance.
Picking up their own boat.
Well, there you go. I hope they had a great
Yeah.
time.
Yes, I
Car-
think they
it's
did.
Jacob as in Jacob Carter. So thank you for
Cool.
asking. Perfect.
Yes,
Well,
I
Great.
welcome.
thought that might be it.
Hello.
It's always a party when we have new people. So
It is nice.
Yay.
We have a lot of people dropping in and out, and people changing their names. You know, Homo Apple used to be Apple Homo, and I'm
Yeah.
still confused. Right before the stream, I was like, "Why would you do this?"
All
I was
right.
saying it wrong
Keep
every
people on their
time.
toes.
let's
This is
open
so
up
rude.
Adam's artwork for Into the Fire
Yes.
AI art.
Yeah.
You ready for this one?
Indeed.
Okay.
As ready
let's,
as I shall ever be.
let's go and have a look at it.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Looks like
That's-
Moses parting the Red Sea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's almost like a
It's like
wormhole that's on fire.
wormhole.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It
Look at
totally
this.
is.
So a couple
Very
of
nice.
things. Adam has got his hands on some upscaling tech. So the images are going to be much more like you can zoom in further on them. That's his interpretation of O'Neill stepping into the fire. So
I
I
like
love
that.
it.
I love it.
I like
actually
that.
really like it.
can you imagine
It's,
if that
it's
was
very
inside the
cool.
event horizon?
You know what? If it was fire as a wormhole, I would not eat. I'd be like, nah, mate, I'm good, right? But because it looks like water, I'm
Would you
like,
be
oh,
willing to
that's safe.
travel through the galaxy with this thing if you were stepping into what looked like fire rather than water?
Yeah,
So,
big no. There's actually
Yeah,
I've
it's like
never
a leap
thought
of
about that
faith.
before. That is quite the leap of faith.
It is.
Yeah, it
Damn.
would be.
Mm-mm.
No, I really like this. I would have that as an image, like a
Yeah,
framed
that's very cool.
image. Mhm.
Let's,
very
very
interesting.
let's look at Seth.
Nervous, and I don't know how this one's going to come out.
Loading. Oh, okay. Yes. And his hands are normal.
His hands are normal. Yeah, I need to share this
My-
with
This
Ooh.
technology
Robert
has come
Duncan.
so far.
So-
Oh my goodness!
Right.
You have
know
shared
how
it, or you're
I-
going to share it?
What do you mean?
David,
gonna
did you
send
say
it
you were
to
going to
Robert
share it
Duncan?
with Robert
I'm going to
Duncan?
share it with him. Yeah, I have. He hasn't. seen
Yeah,
it
he'd
though.
love it.
But yeah,
I
It's like,
keep
look like
saying
Jesus
Very
Christ.
cool.
that Robert
Yes.
Duncan kind of looks like my dad, and like this looks like my dad. So
Oh,
hi,
man.
Dad. It's
Oh, wow.
creepy.
I love
No, I really like it.
Yeah, he did a good job with the color.
His hair is
Yeah.
like very vampiric, and I'm
Yep.
really into vampires, which is not
I
good for the
actually
cult
really like
energy.
the shadows, like the shadows.
Yes,
in
absolutely.
There's a lot of dimension.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's
the
very
little the
cool. And the
melting on the
facial hair
floor.
is like pretty accurate.
Yeah, he did a really great job with this. I love the shadow,
Yeah.
the light and dark.
Yes.
It's just wild. So
Yeah.
very
and
well
the
done,
kind of-
Adam.
It's like
Mm.
smoke in the background almost.
Smoke in the background. All right. Okay, so we've got looks like the Towery has also joined us. So welcome the Towery.
Hello.
Liz Cox, Jed Ted. Hey guys, thanks for joining us for season 3. You guys ready to get started watching this one?
Yeah, it's nice to be joined by a whole
yeah.
species on the stream. That's very interesting. Thank you, Towery.
Species.
We're all
Oh,
Yeah.
joined by a
okay.
species.
By the
Homo
Towery.
sapien. Oh, the Towery. Got it. Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Okay,
not Apple
I
Food,
have a
not today.
problem that I'd like to vet briefly before we get started here?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay. Go for
This is
it.
new.
I feel like
Okay.
I feel like we're in trouble.
You're
Yeah.
not in trouble. It's it's an issue that I have.
Okay.
Like Stargate
go for it. You
Wiki,
vent.
like the role-playing game, they all reference our species as Tauri.
Mm-hmm.
On my end, that came to me the exact same time. That is the name given to us by one of our greatest enemies. Why do we call ourselves that?
That's true.
Maybe it's kind of like, like how really
Yeah.
bad, awful words and like slurs for people eventually, like people kind of take ownership of that
I
and be
understand,
like,
but that's I mean that's not where
Maybe.
it's the Gold's term for first world and first people.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
for whatever it's never been referenced outside of the Gold interactions. Earth never calls itself that in any of the homeworld command documentation or anything else. But for whatever reason, it's like stuck with fandom. It's like, oh, we're Tauri, but that's the name given to us by our enemy. So why don't we come
That's a
up with
good
something
point.
else?
Yeah.
I haven't really thought of it like that, but it's true.
Yeah, it would be cool to like have like make a
Mm.
new name for ourselves, like among the stars, because we humans, everyone's human, so it's like we can't go for that. We go for
Mhm.
Earthlings, but it just doesn't have like the right kick to it.
It's just like, I mean, the space Nazis called us this, so let's call ourselves that for the rest of a franchise.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
true.
Mm.
Good
It's
point.
all good.
Okay.
It's just. I mean,
Alright.
that's not to shoot any
No,
fire
it's an
across the bow of
interesting
the Tauri here.
irk to have.
Yeah,
It's an interesting
it's a
irk.
cool name to have for yourself for your YouTube tag. But to reference the entire species as that in perpetuity, I just have an issue with philosophically. So.
I always found it bizarre as well that like the way that the Tok'ra kept their name, where they were like against Ra, and I'm just like, like they're against everybody.
But that's at least from their species name. So
Yeah,
we're adopting we're and from that language, we're adopting the name of another language. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
I could
That's
we could go
completely
back and forth on this
justified.
for an hour.
That is yeah. It's such a weird like language discussion.
Mm.
Yep, absolutely.
We need to go create like a new name at some point.
We should
Just go in ourselves.
We should. The
We
human.
should come up
Yeah.
with a new name.
All
The
right.
human
Like,
sounds
I think
lame.
that's what in Community the human beings. That's what their mascot
Human
was in the
Yeah.
series Community. Yeah. All right. We're gonna pull up Into the Fire here. See if I can get this rolling.
I haven't seen this episode in yonks.
It's
so
been a
this
while
is
for
gonna
me
be...
too. And it's interesting that we
Yeah.
have Colonel Makepeace in this episode because we have him
Yes.
on
Oh yeah, I
tomorrow.
saw that.
It was literally in my notes. I was like, we have to bring this up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Let me pull this up here.
Jed Ted said Earthens. That's what Drax calls us in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's fair.
Earthen?
Earthen. Or
Earthen.
like, and then Lockwatcher said Earth Dwellers.
Okay. You guys all set?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. We're going to get started on season 3, Into the Fire 301 in 5, 4, 3. Welcome to season 3 of Stargate SG-1 with the Wormhole Extremists. My name is David Reed. I'm with Nicole Rodriguez-Galdo
Hello.
and Yvie Cahill.
Greetings.
And we are watching the flashbacks, the previously ons.
Yes. Well, I wrote
season
my
2.
own previously on,
Oh,
just for fun. So I'll try and do it in like a really cool voice, but it probably won't turn out like that. I was gonna go previously on Wormhole Extremists. In May 2023, we watched the final 2 episodes of SG-1's second season, which originally aired in 1998. SG-1 thought they were in 2077 after a jaunt through 1969. I think that clears it up nicely.
You even tried to go deep with it like you were Teal'c. Brilliant.
I didn't think of it that way, too. They actually traveled into the far future, and in the next
Yes.
episode thought they had traveled into the far future.
I always found it weird. They had 2, like, like when I was talking to like, just other people, whenever I talk to other people about watching season 2, they're always like, wait a second, there are 2 time travel episodes back to back that are completely different. And it's like, no, there aren't.
Yes.
But you think that it is for like a little bit.
Yes, exactly. So this episode, guys, it originally aired on my 14th birthday, June 25th, 1999.
Whoa.
Well, there you go.
Whoa.
Yeah, I turned 16 less than 2 weeks later.
I
Yes,
was
I know.
1.5, guys. Or one year and 5 months ish.
Boo.
Well, you look good. It's funny.
God.
So the title of this episode is likely a nod to the saying "out of the frying pan and into the fire."
Yeah.
I suspect.
Yeah. Oh God, imagine if they called the season 2 finale "Out of the Frying Pan" instead of "Out of Mind." That'd have been really good.
There's actually a goof sort of right off the bat
Okay.
at about 2 minutes 49 in the cold opening when Makepeace is looking for Hammond. You can see the boom mic operator visible behind Walter.
Really?
So keep an eye out. Yeah, he's literally standing there and he looks a little bit out of place, but it's so quick that it kind of get away with it. But yeah, keep an eye out.
Can you point it out for us? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
It's really sad that with this episode with Colonel Makepeace, he's bad, and now I know he's bad whenever I see this, so I can't even feel remotely like, oh, thanks man for your work. Oh, he's right there. He's right there.
next to the tower.
I completely missed it.
Behind him.
Oh, he was
in the left in a shadow. You almost don't see him. You can almost pass him off as a technician. One of my favorites.
Also, this is the they were discussing the forming of 3 new teams, which we don't see until Divide and Conquer.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Season 4. Damn.
Boy.
Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
I love the tight angle on his face. It's great.
Yeah.
So some episodic facts and firsts on this episode. So this is the first and only episode to feature the needle threader, which is the Goa'uld version of a puddle jumper, but it's less sophisticated.
Yep.
And it had to be manually flown through the Stargate without any guidance systems.
Yep.
It's also kind of cool to notice that Hathor's Jafar actually came from like a number of rival Goa'uld, including Apophis, Chlorel, and Harrower.
Yeah, she's been working on that breath of hers.
Exactly. So we can assume that she spent like the last 1.5 years basically recruiting deflectors from all over the galaxy. And this episode marks the death of Hathor, which is the second Goa'uld to fall at the hands of SG-1.
Woo!
Obviously, we see Hammond off-world in more of an active role, which is kind of cool.
10 out of 10.
And G, I think his name is pronounced Jim Menard.
Jim Menard.
The cinematographer.
Jim Menard, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He was nominated for a Leo Award for this particular episode.
I want to get him on.
That would be really cool.
I really liked him in the behind the scenes of SG-1. It was really fun. He always seemed like a really nice presence.
Yep.
So I have a question for you guys.
Already.
Hathor was only in the SGC for like a really short time.
Her memory is incredible.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think it was her symbiote that gave her that photographic memory?
Well, Hathor is the symbiote, so yeah, I think that. Yeah, she just has an extreme attention to detail.
Yeah. I could use that.
Yeah.
Really sweet. Although I don't want to become a host. So,
no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
I always found it very silly that Hathor's breath doesn't affect Jafar, given that, like, so much of the time she's going to be using the Jafar to, like, work for her.
I think it may now because she's got all of her.
But it didn't before.
Right.
It was
I think
so
she
silly.
modified it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she did. I hope that's, like, canon that she did, because it always bugged me. Look, what you said, Hathor probably watched the previous episodes.
Hathor caught herself up.
Yeah, you would have thought that she would have to be continually modifying the formula. Because
like the common cold.
Yeah, because you're like immune to it, aren't you? Like once it's used on you once. So it wouldn't really make any sense if she's out there for like domination or whatever, if she's continually exposing people who are then straight away immune after that. So yeah, you'd need to be altering it slightly every time.
I actually really wish Hathor stuck around and got to like be part of the power play in the System Lord situation and like appear at like the the System Lords meeting in season 5. I think that would have been really cool. Absolute shame she dies this quickly.
Mm.
There are a lot of Gould where I'm like, why are you still here? And there are other Gould where I'm like, why are you not here?
Yes.
You know? Like, there are some where I just want to die, like, really soon, you know? Like, I'm not a huge fan of Hera, and we didn't get to hang out with him enough. But, like,
Yes,
we
true.
wait till season 4 before he dies, you know? And it's like, what a shame
Yeah,
other Gould
they
didn't get to
drag
live
him
that
out a
long.
little bit.
Yeah.
That Gould is so big.
It's
It's
so
really
big.
big.
Yeah.
Too big.
It's like
That
twice
would
the
take
size.
up at least half
Exactly.
a body.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They shrunk her down later on. Except for like Egeria.
Oh, Jiria. Oh,
Egeria was I always think it was the
Yeah.
glass. The glass made it look bigger than it was.
Yeah, she was huge.
she
She
was
was.
massive.
I mean, I don't want to shame Egeria. Maybe she's had some like weight.
Where does Egeria go when she goes inside a person that you don't see them like their skin
I
like
know.
bulging?
Yeah, I was gonna say, big
When,
roll in your neck.
Yeah, when she ended up like taking over that Tok'ra in the episode, I was like, how did that
How'd you
even
fit?
happen?
That's a
Yep.
great point.
But I
was gonna say,
assume she sort of like disconnected a part of herself.
yeah, I'd like to think
Yeah.
the sack definitely got left behind, but I hope like she maybe shed some of that outer skin.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that was it. Maybe she just gained some baby weight and she can just rip it right off before she inserts herself
Rip
into
it right
people.
off.
Yeah, rip it right off,
Oh
like
my
any pregnant woman
God.
wishes they could after giving birth. You know, rip that extra fat right off.
You notice the Gold has 4 eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
Jeff
All the better
Golker
to see
is,
you with.
Jeff Golker's currently on Cure season 6. This is the next episode.
Ooh,
So I'm very excited to
okay.
hear his thoughts on Egeria being able to put herself inside a person.
So I'm
she's
gonna have
that
to put
big.
this out there right now, just before the scene happens. So I wanted to give a shout out again to Martin Wood for bringing Jack and Sam together. He's basically the captain of the Jack and Sam ship, and I am a very grateful deckhand.
I'm still upset we didn't get that kiss in Lost City. Martin Wood thought about it, but then they took it out, and it's like, you evil people.
Oh, but there's touching. It's good.
Yes, and you know, all those other pleasant things.
Cool matte painting.
Is that a
Yes,
painting?
it is.
Or digital extension, some kind of a matte shot. So I love it. And of course, it's at the beginning of the season, so Vancouver is ice cold. It is winter there.
Yeah.
Wow, it does look chilly. And the trees are all naked.
They are indeed. Chulak.
Oh, the weird architecture of Chulak that I'm never going to be able to get over.
I think it's probably just the product of several different cultures.
I like to think that, because if not,
Yeah.
I just get confused.
This is Teal'c's first attempt to rally the troops, as it were.
Little Jafar
Mhm.
rebellion. I'm honestly,
Mm.
it is really beautiful to see it grow to be
Mhm.
as big as it is by season 8. It is beautiful.
Well, he's got to start from somewhere, and that is a fabulous brooch.
Yeah.
It is fabulous.
I do love a good brooch.
Jed Ted said the name Makepeace reminds me of the DC show Peacemaker with starring John Cena. They actually don't look like too different as well. They have like some similarities in their physique. So yeah, no, I feel you.
I thought it was interesting how they chose the surname Makepeace, given like
yeah, he's not
what
going to make
happens with the
peace.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ultimately.
Maybe they were trying to use it to deceive us. Maybe there was the plan all along.
It was their
How
plan
long
all
do you
along.
think poor Braytac was there?
Laying
Yeah, that's a
there?
good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has 9 lives.
Yeah, man does
He
not
really
die.
does. Like the number of times that he thinks he's going to die and he's just fine. It's like staggering.
This one,
He keeps being like, I'm gonna die. and then it's like,
Allegiance
nope,
is the,
soz.
I think probably the most painful.
I think he
Allegiance
has
is the
more
fake
lives
out, isn't
than
it?
Apophis.
Lost City. Yeah.
He tries to do a suicide run in the beginning of season 10.
That's right.
And
yeah.
then, yeah.
Yes.
Sure does. And he tried to off himself at the beginning of season 2. Now we die. Well, that's a bad plan.
He nearly died
Yes.
So that's
in
5 right there.
He nearly
4.
died in Changeling.
Yeah.
And then he didn't.
Oh my God.
Changeling,
Yes.
yep.
So that's more time for the
Talion.
Prophetess.
Didn't he get like busted up in Talion
Yeah,
in
he
season
sure
10
did.
as well? We're doing a great job remembering all these things.
You know,
Good
we
job,
always
guys.
talked about Daniel getting a thumping. It's really Braytak.
Yeah, Braytak has
Yeah.
been leading this ship. My goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, that will not do. We're gonna go get them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lockwatcher, who in Chulak has to light all those torches at night?
Yeah, it'd be like back in the day where they had
I was gonna say, wasn't that a
those
job?
people
Yeah.
light the
What are
the
they
street
called?
like the street
Yeah.
lamps.
And then they turned them off when
Bert-
the morning came,
Doesn't
right?
Bert do
Yeah,
that in Mary Poppins?
I think that might have been one of his jobs. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he had like many different jobs.
Yeah, chimney sweep and candle, whatever.
And he was like a busker as well. I guess
But there are specifically people who do that. So
Yeah, I think they used to turn like light all of the lamps, and then they'd basically have to go back around again and turn them all off.
Yeah.
It's like a nighttime gig.
Sleep during the day.
Mm.
This woman is so fabulous.
oh, she's terrific. But she doesn't
I
really
love her so
consider
much.
herself like in this episode. She's like, I'm in it for 5 minutes. This isn't really my show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't have much to say
But she
about
makes
it.
such a big impact.
I
though.
know.
And her wig is just so good this time.
Fabulous.
I love it so
Oh,
much.
torn shirt. We got a
Oh,
clip
no.
going on here.
Ooh. Oh dear. Bit of chest hair.
Did it get hot in here, or is it just me?
Yeah.
Jeez.
There are some very attractive people in this room right now. Like that guy behind her is very muscular. Like we've got some very
Yes.
attractive individuals in here.
The pouch guy.
Yeah.
Here we go
I
again.
like that they cut away because it's like we don't need to get that insert costs money.
Ugh.
She's so good.
I love that she's just come back and been like, right, I tried to get you last time and make you a Jafar. This time you're going to be a Gould because I'm sick of you and your crap.
I
Yeah.
love how Daniel's just watching. Daniel's just watching.
Yeah,
You think it's fascination? He's
the
like, "Whoa, this is
expression
gross."
on Sam's face was a lot more devastating than the one on Daniel's.
Well, she knows what it feels like. So,
That's true.
or sort of what it feels like, back of the
Yeah,
neck,
well,
back of the throat.
yeah, back of the throat. Mm.
The ghoul blending took so much longer earlier in the show, and later on they just take over.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess we could just assume it's a youngish.
Yeah, but I mean, you
Gould,
got
even
the
though it's a
infants
huge
in
ghoul.
the episode that's set in Stevenson, Oregon, Nightwalkers. They take over.
Mhm.
They can take over
Yeah.
immediately if they want. So
Yeah, that's.
But we just mentioned so many moments in season 6 that are like, like we're finding a way to connect this episode to season 6 so much. I forget how much happens in season 6.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what an impressive time.
you can't fight it. Give me a break.
I did not see that coming when I first saw it that she was Tok'ra.
Yeah,
That is like
that was a great
such
twist.
A good twist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
was a
great
A
twist.
double agent.
Because I was going to say, Hathor calls her a Jafar. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, at that particular point, we didn't know that she was a Toker yet. But
She just drew an X on her stomach.
Hathor sensed the symbiote and just assumed that she had a pouch.
Right, because
Like,
the symbiote is there. It's just not in the right spot.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, because obviously, like, Hathor's recruitment process doesn't involve any like physical examination.
I was going to say, that happened
where
with
the pouch is.
Imhotep. Like,
Yeah.
Imhotep
Yep.
managed to pull the whole Jafar rebellion, and he
Yep.
was a Gould the whole time, so, yeah.
He also may have taken the body of his first prime. Could have
Yeah.
done that as well. Jaffa, at some point they do say, when your goal matures, it'll take you over.
I've got
Yeah,
a really
that's
silly
true.
question, actually. Yeah. Do you think that, like, the Gould can migrate from the head and then, like, go down to the pouch when it, like, feels like
I
it?
suspect
To
they
be
have
like,
to
I've
leave
got to
the body
hide
and go
here.
around.
That's what I thought. Like, you have to come out and then, like, get inserted back
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
order to hide.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
interesting.
Makepeace just said "There's no place like home," which is obviously a Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz,
reference.
yeah, here
So
we
I
go
mean,
again.
usually Jack makes the Wizard of Oz references.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
can't think of any other character that makes a Wizard of Oz reference.
I mean, Vala makes one giant
Yes.
Wizard of Oz reference in season 10. Like, one huge
Yeah.
one.
But in terms of
True.
dialogue, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a very
So
slow reaction, but yes.
there's a pretty massive goof coming up, which I actually kind of laughed at.
Okay.
So just after the 17-minute mark, so when Hathor blasts the undercover Tok'ra, you can see her safety harness as she goes back into the wall.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes.
Dear. Well, I am waiting.
And also, like, Hathor doesn't seem to care or notice that O'Neill is in cryogenic status.
Yeah, like get him out of there fast.
Yeah. Obviously, the blending wasn't that important to her. Watch.
I think it's getting another
Oh,
one.
absolutely. You were absolutely right.
Just a split second.
They didn't paint it out. They have a rig removal team at VFX, at Rainmaker. I mean, that's what they, not specifically to do that, but that's one of the things that they do is remove elements.
Oh, okay. Well, they missed that one, but it was very, very short. So, like, yeah,
it was.
Wasn't too bad.
There's so many shots that are VFX that you never know, you know, like the ratchet of Rick being pulled backwards in is it one? No, it's Message in a Bottle. You know, that was Dan Shea with Rick's face put on it. So.
I just want to say, weird question. You know, I don't know if anyone can answer this. You know, I always observe it. Do you have a favorite like Sam hair season? Because I think Sam's hair is the
early
best
season
in
4.
3. Really?
No, early season 4. I like the slightly longer hair.
Okay, 5. Okay, I felt 5 was too short. I felt 4 was too long. I
felt
3 was like
thought it worked for her in
ground.
season 5. So
no,
Amanda
I agree.
certainly
I
thinks so as well. She's got it now. So.
I just love the season 3 look. Like when she was walking around there, her hair all like you know floating around because you know she's moving quickly. I was like, oh damn girl.
Yeah,
there was a big debate with the Air Force as to what the length should be. They went back and forth on it for a long time.
Yeah, I know that the hair in season 4 is probably a little long for the Air Force, but I just thought it looked so cute.
I felt like sometimes it didn't look like very well brushed because it would always kind of like fall in a certain weird angle, and it kind of annoyed me sometimes because I was like,
I think they just parted it like a
weird
zigzag part or something, which was kind of popular back in these times.
Not my jam. Season 3 for me all the way for her hair.
If I was that woman, I would have told Tilk, you know, bitch, I'm going home. I'm not going to go to every door in this place. That's not happening. Who do you think I am?
So this energy barrier technology that Hathor has is quite impressive, like scale wise. It's like kind of a wonder. Earth didn't adapt that, did they?
I don't. Not by the end of the show. Yeah.
Because that seems like a missed opportunity. Because it's pretty awesome.
Woohoo!
Lockwatcher in the chat says if the SGC is fake. No, I'll let you go, Yvie.
No, you go.
Okay, so if the SGC is fake, then the deep freeze pit could have also been fake. They could have just knocked them out and then woke them up. No need for an actual freezer pit. Why would it have to be real?
That's a really good point, actually.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
It's a very good point.
Yeah. All that effort.
I was gonna say the Goa'uld cannon towers are like seriously cool.
Oh yeah,
very covert and cool.
Absolutely.
We don't see them again, do we?
I was gonna say, do we see them again?
I don't think we do. I don't remember seeing them again.
The towers, no.
What a shame.
No, at least not coming from out of the ground like that.
No, they're definitely towers with people in them.
They don't. It doesn't look like they can maneuver very quickly or very accurately, but I mean they do the job for the most part.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's very cool.
They rarely shot at night.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, it could have been early morning.
Let's not lose Daniel again. You know, you guys too
exactly.
much.
I also have a question. So the Tok'ra tunnels, are we just assuming that the underground Tok'ra had like put them in place as like a means of escape or something?
That's what I always thought.
Like the Tok'ra had put them on the planet themselves in the past. They would have collapsed them when they left.
Yeah, they're definitely there because
she had
of the
put
spy.
them there for the spy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey,
I looky,
a Tok'ra hole.
Here's a Tok'ra tunnel we prepared earlier.
Nick Nar says at this at this time, what is Anubis doing? Is he still gaining power in the shadows? Yes.
I think he's not even in our galaxy at this point.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know how soon, like in the timeline, all the stuff goes down with
early
Oma.
season 5. Oh, with he's been gone for ages.
I was gonna say, like, she kicked him off. They kicked him off the plane a long time ago, right?
He's
and he's just floating around.
Yeah,
doing his thing.
He's just amassing power.
So, in the chat, Lockwatcher said Braytak is the John McClane of Chulak. From Die Hard.
Yes. Yeah. Very good.
It's totally right.
So I'm never gonna forget who John McClane is now, thanks to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I love that. They're like, oh, we've got a bit of a situation. She's like, no, don't worry, I did your job for you. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, I got this covered.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times we see the handheld one and the handheld device in use.
Yeah, usually it's just there, but never used. So was this just they pretended it was there, or was this another clone film situation like season 4?
Oh, they weren't really interacting with it, like to distort their bodies. So yeah, there's just a mime.
Yeah,
I'll betcha.
I do love they use cling film later on for season 4. That was great.
Use cling film?
Yeah, apparently they
sure
did like a huge thing, and Richard Hanson just threw himself at it, which is why his like face scrunches up against it.
And they do it with Jason Momoa in Atlantis
amazing.
too. I have a photo of him with his face in cling wrap. So
wow.
Whatever does the job.
Yeah. Well, that's it's a bit of a budget wonder.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Cool shot.
Yep.
It is a very cool shot.
I like this guy's armor. We never see it again.
Yeah,
Makes me sad.
His armor's very pretty. Yeah. Looks good in a dress.
Stock footage.
Yep. With all those tarps and bits of blanket and cover over all the things.
Yeah.
It would have cost how much for them to do a new one?
But we put that aside.
Absolutely.
Lockwatcher said, what episode did Tilg mention Die Hard? Wasn't it in season 10 in like Bad Guys?
Something like that.
When Ben Browder's like, we got a John McClane moment, and Daniel's like, what? And Tilg's like, Die Hard. So Jacob guessed it in time. It was a little trivia thing Lockwatcher was doing. And Jacob got it. Good for you, Jacob.
Might want to look at your watch, Makepeace. Roger that. Right now. 6 hours.
Look at your timepiece, Makepeace.
Yvie.
Uh-oh.
Ignore the camera, guys. Don't worry about it.
It's just doing its thing.
It was there for so long. Why didn't they take it out earlier?
Yeah. Ripperoni.
So I was watching this a little bit yesterday, and it kind of like occurred to me that Major Davis does spend a lot of like his early guest appearances basically arguing with Hammond.
Yeah, he represents the Pentagon.
He's kind of like he's a mouthpiece for the government. But he's always very respectful of Hammond. And do you think that's why he's still kind of a likable character, even though he's
I was gonna say, you've raised a fantastic point. Like, why don't we dislike him more for coming in and trying to basically
because he's not throwing his weight around. He's kind of coming at him like a supplicant.
Yeah, he's very respectful.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
His line is always, "I get it, but,"
Yeah. He's always trying to be like the voice of reason in the room, being like, right, realistically, what is the situation?
But I meant like right there, he like actively disagreed with Hammond.
He's not arrogant
about it. He did it in like such a way that you understood where he was coming from.
Yep.
It's not like when the IOA rock up and they just start giving orders and telling everyone what to do when they have no idea what's really going on. You know,
Yeah.
that's why we hate the IOA so much. Let's go, Sam.
I love how Amanda Tapping can like soften her eyes. Like you can just see like the stern look on her face, but her eyes are soft, like she's almost like pleading for Makepeace to let her go alone.
She
know
has
what I mean?
great expressive eyes.
Yeah,
I wish
she
my
does.
eyes were that expressive.
You've just got cold, dead eyes.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
got
that's awful.
my eyes are just darkness.
My eyes are darkness.
Doo-doo brown. I wish my eyes were
Doo-doo
blue.
brown.
So that I
Aw.
could like, you know, have more of a like, I don't know, pizzazz to my eyes.
Oh, I have green eyes, which is the rarest eye color.
My mother does
Honestly,
too.
Yvie, you're so beautiful. It's actually aggravating. Like, stop it.
I thought purple was
Stop
the
it.
rarest eye color.
I
Sorry?
thought purple was fake and in fantasy novels only.
Elizabeth Taylor had purple eyes.
Nah,
Oh, really?
lies, lies.
Yep, she did. And I had a friend who had gray eyes.
So my friend has grey
Yeah,
eyes.
I've got a friend who's
yeah.
got sort of grey-green eyes, and they're incredible. Like, it's almost like looking at like a marble or something.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
Amanda Tapping's beautiful eyes.
Hey, Braytek's house. Why has that not burned to the ground long ago?
I was gonna say, yeah, like how is Braytak still walking around? Like
Symbiote.
Yeah.
chill. No, not that. As in, like, you know, he betrayed Apophis and Chloral.
That's why. I mean, how is his house
I mean, they
still
thought-
there?
Yeah, like
thought-
how is he
how's
still
his house still
popping
walking
up?
around?
Yeah.
Leave.
I love
Go
how he's
to
got
another
like a
planet.
purpose-built balcony there to deliver
does,
like
yes.
his brilliant speeches.
His oratory excesses.
Also, Tilk kind of lies here. He says that he witnessed Apophis's final breath in Serpent Song, but he didn't. He was in like a different location when that happened.
He watched it on VCR.
Yeah, they recorded
on
it.
playback, like
he watches it on
continuously.
replay. He
I'm
just
sure
sits there
he
at night
does.
before he goes to bed, and he's like, "Oh yes, you're dead, good," and then passes out.
Yes,
And then
but
has sweet
that's
dreams
very
of Apophis's
observant,
death.
Yvie.
Yeah.
Oh, I love when he gets passionate.
Oh yeah,
It's a shame that not many people listen. Isn't Hammond in here? Isn't he like one of the guys
Yep,
in the back, in the
sure
middle?
is.
He is. He's one of the guys who hangs back.
Yeah. What a bro.
what a twist.
Yeah.
It,
You
it
never really
really
see Hammond
it
go off
actually,
well. Is this
Nope.
no? This is his second time off well.
Second,
Yes.
yeah, he goes off like
Yeah.
3 or 4 times. The other one's in.
But this time, yeah, he's
Fallen or
actually
Homecoming?
like actively participating.
Yeah.
This is his yeehaw.
It is.
His yeehaw
It is his
episode.
yeehaw.
Lockwatcher, why is General Hammond hiding? I don't think he wants to distract him.
Yeah.
He wants him
Mm.
to give him his chance. You know, this is his moment.
He's enjoying the speech.
Ah, but it will, Teal'c. It will come again. Patience.
Comes around constantly.
Yes. I'm with you, Tilk.
I like this speech. And if you like our episode, give us a like. Please and thank you.
Yes, very, very smooth transition.
Smooth, David. That was beautiful. I love that.
It really does help grow our channel. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe
A
Hammond's
bunch
like
of them are just
hiding
gonna
to like
yeet out of there.
not-
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
he
good
doesn't want to
see it.
interrupt it, but also maybe he's waiting for the ones to actually want to join Teal'c, so he knows who he can trust before he reveals his head.
That's
Yeah,
true.
maybe.
Hammond of
Yeah.
Texas.
What's everyone doing? Bray who? Who's that? I don't know. Let's keep moving.
Oh, just yeah.
Yeah.
This moment with Tilk, where Tilk looks like he's almost crying, just gives me
Job is
goosebumps.
really good at crying. It's honestly, it's great. I love him so much.
What a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh, the music.
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a start.
How did he get permission to go off world and help in this
I
fight?
don't know. I think he just went.
Yeah.
He may have just gone.
Yeah.
Look over
He's just a good
there.
guy.
Quickly dials a Stargate and just.
Nobody to
who,
tell the
who was
president.
that? Did you see who left? I didn't see who left. Did you?
I can imagine Walter just getting on
I
the
just
phone when
pictured
the
him
president
using like some
calls.
sort of smoke bomb.
Yes.
So funny.
Like,
Oh, this is a great scene. I love this.
also, I counted this, and Sam and Jack embrace and
Oh,
or have physical
a long
contact
time.
for just over a minute.
Whoa!
So I'm going
can't
to be
believe
like,
it.
completely silent for that whole minute. and
Longest
just-
minute they've ever shared. I can't
I
believe it.
know.
When I was a kid, I used to pause this scene and just stare at it and be like, wow, for like 10 minutes.
Ugh, I've watched it back as many times as Tilk has watched the video footage of Apophis dying.
Brilliant. I love this so much.
Wakey, wakey. It's like I just had a snake in my head. Give me a minute. Ooh.
Yeah.
Clearest shot of a hand device you'll ever have in the show. Man, they're crappy shots.
Yeah, worse than
Look at
Stormtrooper.
all those just went
Yeah.
straight over. Yep.
Like, at least Stormtrooper sometimes, like, hit the mark. Yeah, save your girl.
She doesn't really fight.
We would
does
just
she?
like you to go away.
Yeah.
Aww,
See you later, wench.
bye, Hathor.
Honestly, what a
So-
shame.
The
Hopefully
first
that is
legitimate
actual deep
death.
freeze, not
Yeah.
fake death. Like
Yeah, the
deep
first
freeze.
legitimate permanent death in SG-1 of a Goa'uld. So well done, Jack O'Neill.
I'm forever upset that we lost her so soon. Yes, hug. I love that he hugs her because he's like cold, but it's like he's hugging her because he also likes her. So it's like, it's great. There's no need to be holding each other this long. I'm so
A little
happy.
chilly.
I love that when they pull away as well, they're still like holding on.
Yeah.
Yes.
That damn Trotsky. He needs to go away next.
Yeah.
I forgot how long a hold this was.
Right?
It's like literally a touching for over a minute.
They're still touching.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Tok'ra is about to die.
And she doesn't die. She says
doesn't?
her symbiote might heal her.
She
Can I
does
just
make
say
it?
that's actually no. She I don't think she does. We never see her again. I think the implication is that she might, but she probably didn't because nothing. I like to think she
about to
lived
blow
there.
the reactor, so maybe she died in
Interesting.
the
I
reactor.
swear
Yeah.
she died. I guess.
Look, they're still touching. Oh my god.
I know. I literally timed it the other day.
There is
out of
so much
interest.
unnecessary touching because I know that he
It's
falls
never
down later.
unnecessary.
Sorry, it's no. You're right. At some point, Jack falls over, and then Sam runs over to help him up, and I'm just like, girl, stop touching your man in public. It's great. It's great. I don't know why I've become American all of a sudden when I'm when flirting is happening.
What's Braytac holding? A machete? Yeah. Look at
Yeah,
that.
look at that machete. It's a curved machete.
So he's talking about how he acquired the needle threader.
Yeah. Only the very young can do it, right, or something.
He's not
Well, they're the
building as
best.
they once did.
Yeah,
We got that on Earth
I was
too.
reading about it. I was reading about it the other day, and apparently it had no guidance systems to guide itself through the Stargate. You had to do everything manually, and because
Yep.
the width of the ship was only slightly smaller than the width of the Stargate, it took a lot of skill and talent.
Mm.
So that's why it was a discontinued line.
Do you think that when they were making the puddle jumpers for Atlantis, they were like, oh, that idea we had in season 3, should we bring that back and make it fit more easily?
They always want
Yeah,
to
maybe.
like it, yeah.
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 But I mean, it could have also been the other way around, where the Goa'uld, because they used to steal technology, maybe they saw the puddle jumper and then thought they'd make their own version.
It's possible, yeah.
They didn't have access to a puddle jumper, so they kind of just
I did wonder that
adapted.
as well, actually.
When you're restricted to a Stargate, there are certain design inevitabilities. Bob Grohl says
Exactly.
the yeehaw scene is upcoming. Yes, it is.
Yes,
know,
it is.
where he makes yeehaw like a 3-syllable sound.
Yeah, the longest yeehaw in the history of yeehaws.
So that actually is the back of the stage going away.
I was going to say, yeah, where the green screen
love how
is.
they've used that.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's so cheeky. It's such a brilliant way to like use the way they've designed the set to like take advantage of that and make it into the plot. Brilliant like writing, honestly. What a good idea. See, moments like this, like, you know, I really respect the creators and the behind the scenes people who are like, yeah, you know, how are we going to do that?
Let's use the set. Yeah.
You got to use what you have.
Dang.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, you're surrounded.
Hello.
Are we about to have one of those just in the nick of time moments that science fiction is riddled with?
Yep.
Yes. But we only have, what, like less than 10 minutes to go in the episode?
There are so many nick of time moments in the show. I'm really glad that like, you know, it like made fun of itself with 200 where it talked about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that was a great episode.
Very important to bring it up and be like, we know what we're doing.
Look at how windy it is.
Yeah.
So there's actually 2 back-to-back cultural references quite close together. So Jack says he makes a Casablanca reference when he says you start shooting and killing and ruining what could be the start of a beautiful friendship, which is like a take on the closing line from Casablanca. And then like his literal like next comment after that, now I don't know whether this is true or it's just coincidence, but when he's speaking to Trotsky about Hathor's death, the exchange is very similar to a Monty Python skit called The Dead Parrot. Where Michael Palin and John Cleese are arguing over whether a recently purchased pet parrot is dead or sleeping, and they do use the phrase ex-parrot, and he uses like a whole heap of death euphemisms during the skit, and I'll borrow one of them to use in this episode. So Hathor has joined the choir invisible. Because he says the parrot has joined the choir invisible.
You heard me.
I love how it's the only word he knows.
It doesn't know how to
Repeats it.
translate.
Yeah.
You can't even fake being a Gould.
Nice rescue, Makepeace. Start of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Casablanca.
But he says Hathor.
Yeah.
Like,
he's
he
always
really
he's done that.
emphasizes it.
He's done that before. Yeah.
It's always bizarre.
The pronunciation. Yeah.
It's on purpose.
He emphasizes the whore part.
Ex-goddess, maybe.
Well, you're assuming she's gone.
Such a shame she doesn't come back.
Now this is timing.
I thought you were going to say, now this is pod racing.
It crossed my mind. But that's about 15 seconds too early.
Yeah. So when Carter detonates the C4 to destroy the generator, you can briefly see a Goa'uld mothership in the background. There.
Yeah, that's the base.
And
no, in the background.
Yeah, in the background.
Behind the base.
Behind the base was a mothership?
Yeah, I think so.
What? I didn't see squat.
I thought the pyramid ship was the mothership. that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh.
When the I was going to say when the needle threader arrives through the Stargate, you can see that the left wing should have hit the Melp's arm.
Brilliant.
Poor Trotsky.
Go save your man, please. Get messed up, bro. Suck it.
You're right. It should have clipped the Malp. Should have knocked it out of the way.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
So
Here
cool and
it
effortless.
comes.
Hammond.
It's so
The look
impressive.
on Chris's face is genuine.
He's like, what's up with you, bro?
Fantastic. Trying to stay in
Touching.
character.
Unnecessary touching. Love it.
Speaking of unnecessary touching, as the episode concludes and it's going to the finishing credits, Jack tussles Daniel's hair and it's just totally adorbs.
Space monkey.
Space monkey.
Yeah.
Human.
Who you calling a hasser?
Human.
It's all happy smiles and reunions.
Oh, the gang is back together again.
On for
With
another
the
season of adventure.
extended gang.
What did I give the last episode? What did I
Hair
give
tussle.
out of
Hair
mine?
I
tussle.
never
Oh.
noticed that.
I'm really curious what I gave out of mine now compared to this, because I remember I was saying, out of mine, the season 2 finale is the weakest in all of SG-1. I think you guys ended up agreeing after I very much made my point over and over and over again. So I'm trying to remember what I gave it, because I remember I didn't like it. It was probably a 3, maybe a 4, because I really didn't like it. I really don't know how to feel about this episode, because I think it's better.
It had some moments. But,
It's slow
It's not
in
that much
comparison
better.
to an episode like, Small Victories.
Yeah. I don't mind it
yeah.
slowing down. It's just it's marginally better. It's better because it's not a damn clip show. It wins based
Yeah, I
on that.
appreciate that they didn't carry the clip show across 2 episodes. That would have been a bit much.
Anthony says I gave it a 3. Thank you, Anthony. Very helpful. Appreciate you. I don't want to obviously use my previous ratings for this, but I think this one coming directly off that one, I feel like I need to know what it is so I can, be correct. But yeah.
Into the fire. Thanks for joining us. Okay. How dost thou rate it, friends of old?
Friends of old, okay.
God, for friends of only a few years.
That kind of hits a little close to home,
Adults.
being that I have a birthday coming up in 20 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, ye old friends. All right.
Oh, you friends that go back only a little.
I'm giving it a 4.
Yeah, I was going to say 4.
in
I
the
was literally
scheme
just about
of-
to say 4.
Yeah, in the scheme of openers, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's got its fun jabs, it's got its Gould villains and comic
But it's Jack and
bookiness.
Sam intimacy.
Yeah, but it's nothing stellar.
Yeah.
I assign it a 4. And you too, Yvie?
Yeah, I was going to go 4 as well.
Okay. Nicole? What's that face?
So I gave the last episode a 3, because it's just a clip show, but it has Sam Jack moments. I'm trying to think.
Yes.
This episode is between a 3 and a 4, and I've got to pick one, obviously. And I'm trying to think about the merits of this one that make it better. It's not a clip show. Tilk's speech is really great. Hammond is awesome, and a lot of Sam and Jack moments. Daniel does almost nothing, but that's okay.
He
does.
injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, tragic. Yeah. You know what as well? Barely utilized Daniel. I think our episodes, our season finales needed to utilize everybody in some way, shape, or form.
Michael Shanks looked bored in some shots.
Yes.
He was
Yes.
He
just
did a little bit, yeah. When Jack was being no, when was
Yeah,
it?
he
Where
just kinda
he looked like he just he wasn't
Yeah,
thrown
it's like
at
this
all
just
when-
happened to your wife 2 years
And,
ago.
and Amanda's just
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I think I'll give this a 4. I think I'll give it a 4, but I'm being very generous with the 4. It's barely a 4.
Very generous with the 4.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm
It's
almost
it's
too
like
generous.
bold, it's highlighted, it's like underlined, but it's still just a 4.
Yeah, it's just a 4. You know, I'm actually trying to think about all the other season finales we have and like how big. I just realized, like, you know, in the next season finale we have, Michael Shanks has appendicitis or something.
Yeah.
So he's
Yes,
also
that's
missing
true.
and doing not much. And then with the season 5 finale, he's dead. So no, season 4 finale. Sorry, what's in season 4? Season 4, he's just piloting the ship very occasionally. He's not really doing too much. He's just kind of there.
Yeah.
In the
While
action stuff,
Sam
Daniel
does
really is
science.
kind of pushed to the side.
It's a shame. Maybe that's what my gripe is with these season finales, is that we don't get enough Daniel doing stuff.
Yeah,
like
not
he's
until like season
but,
6.
you
Even
know,
then, he's just whisking himself in and out
It's
of
hilarious
situations.
that he is dead for season 6, and then it's one of his best finales because he's like he's the overlord.
Maybe he chose that time to have like an extended vacay, like between seasons.
He was working on his movie
so he
career
wasn't
at that point.
available.
He went off to do movies.
Yeah, it's just a bit bizarre. You know, when they start making it a bit more about Daniel, including him a bit more, you know, it's a bit. I definitely enjoy it more just because Daniel's my favorite. So
Nicole, what feedback do we have?
Oh yes,
what results?
I forgot. That's what I do.
That's your thing.
That's my thing.
That is your thing.
Right. So, Jed Ted gave it a 6. Okay. Anthony says it's a 4 from me because of the yeehaw moment. You see, that's what kind of brings it back. Lockwatcher says I would have to give this 5 chevrons. I so wanted to have Hathor return. Yeah. Homo Apple gave it 4. Becca, hi Becca, nice to see you again. Gave it 4. Nick Nah said I had a crush on Hathor as a kid, so 5. I respect this decision.
Yep.
I don't think it deserves a 5, but yeah, definitely for Suan for sure. Mac Boland's Conscience a 6. It's a fun episode with lots of action. Jacob says it's a 5 from me. Great season opening. And Raj Luthra says I rate Into the Fire episode 5 out of 7 chevrons. Wow.
Solid.
And Dan Ben says, how have you been on for an hour? I check YouTube all these different places and I don't see your videos till now. Oh, Dan Ben, I'm sorry. Do you want to give you a quick rating of Into the Fire before we move on to the next episode?
Probably my fault.
That's okay. We'll figure it out. We've
guys,
got so many years left.
Are you guys
to
ready?
I was
figure
gonna
this
say
stuff out.
Dan Ben, if you don't follow us on social media, we usually try and post the link to this specific episode a few days earlier.
Yeah, Facebook and Twitter we definitely do. Instagram, you gotta kind of look for it.
Dialthegate.com will always have the link. Yeah, if you go back to the beginning of the episode, I talk about my some people giving me feedback where it's like, if you publish it too early, I'm unsubscribing. And it's like, crap. Okay.
Oh my god,
that's hard.
You know?
That's a hard line to walk.
Yeah,
it is
because they don't want to see things in their feed that they can't activate right now. So
I do feel that way. I'm like, you give me this
but
reminder,
to unsubscribe from a channel
right
though, that's a bit extreme.
Yep.
Well, some people are just very
people
extreme.
are funny.
Some people just cut things off when they need to, and it's just whatever. You can't appease everybody's needs because we're all
absolutely
different.
Not.
So
It's all a balance.
True.
So.
You know, like I'm definitely that kind of person where I'm like, I'll just see it when it happens. You know,
well, you are
keep
unique.
track in advance. I'm a mess. So I'm a mess.
Messes are unique.
yeah, I'm a unique mess. Sure, we'll go with that.
Guys,
Bob Growhole just said 4 for Yeehaw. So
yeah,
4 for the yeehaw.
Well, guys, should I show the audience my my Seth autograph?
Oh yes.
Before we jump into the episode,
I can dig up mine because it's somewhere in the house.
We met Robert Duncan at GateCon last year, and he was absolutely delightful.
Why is he the nicest guy ever? Like
He
that's
really
why
is the
they
nicest
hired
guy
him
ever.
because
He's
the
such a
cult
gentleman.
leaders trick you.
He signed this for me, if you can see.
Let no other gods draw you away from Seth.
Yes.
Yvie, Robert Duncan. There you go. That's it.
One of my treasured autographs. The few that I have.
So are you guys ready to worship your god Seth?
Yes, before we go, I just want to make you feel a little bit better, David, which is Homo Herbal says, please continue posting the links early. Mac Boland's Conscience. I like early notifications.
Okay,
so
there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll do that.
You know, everyone's different. Can't please everyone.
Yep.
You know, let's not take anything personally when, you know,
Mhm.
we can't do it.
Oh, but I want to take things personally. I want to get that's so much more fun. All right, Seth. Let's get this going here.
I have Seth ready to go.
All right. In
It's all queued up.
5, 4, 3. We are the Wormhole Extremists, and we are worshiping our god Seth today. I am David. I'm with Yvie.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Hello.
And this is Stock Shot of Cheyenne Mountain.
Indeed
I love
it
when you do
is.
that. It happens so much.
This obvious.
There's that
Obvi.
puddle.
Oh, look at all of them.
Obvi. So
Jacob!
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 it is Jakob.
Jacob!
Carried it over now. I'm sorry,
I
guys.
like to call this
pig
the,
stomach lining.
Yeah.
I like to call this episode the one where a dripping nose makes Tilk laugh.
And he is ready to pull a pizza out of the oven right there on his shoulder. That's every time I see those
Indeed.
things. That's all
Looks
I
like
know
oven
they
mitt.
like
are.
an oven
It's
mitt.
oven mitt. Uh-huh.
So this is the last or second and final Stargate episode directed by Bill Corcoran.
Okay.
He also did the very memorable episode One False Step.
Yeah, I remember his name from last time because it's a
Yeah.
very memorable name and it's a very memorable episode for all the wrong reasons.
This is
So
cool.
when I was
Yeah.
doing my research, someone brought up the point that you can see in Daniel's glasses, the reflection of the hologram isn't mirrored. It's in the same direction as the spinning of the hologram.
I mean,
God, yeah. You know what?
It's
I'm gonna
very
forgive
minor.
them. I'm gonna forgive them because it is the 90s still and
they're
CGI is hard.
trying. At least they
It's
put
very
it in
minor.
his
It
glasses.
doesn't affect the storyline.
No.
It's just, yeah.
They didn't think to invert it. Hello, Seth.
Gene Diata's late, but Gene Diata's back, guys.
Welcome.
I will say, Gene Diata,
Hey.
you know, the last episode's not very Daniel, like it's not a lot of him, but this episode there's quite a bit more of him, so get excited because I know he's
More
your
than
favorite.
the last episode.
Yeah.
He's not injured in this one. So we actually have two. I might have missed some, but there's two main returning characters in this episode. So obviously we've got the return of Robert Duncan as Seth, who also played Melbourne Jackson in The Gamekeeper.
Mhm.
And we've got the return of Stuart O'Connell as Tommy Levinson. He previously played a sergeant on There But For the Grace of God.
There you go.
Oh damn. Reusing those actors.
Yeah, well, why not? If they're in different roles and
Canada is a pretty small
who
pool at this
notice?
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you've got like slight facial blindness like me, you don't even notice.
Why are the Tok'ra only coming to us about this now?
Well, they've just completed
But
their
they only just
research.
figured it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed that.
'Cause
I'm
they're
having
gonna
to
say
read
global
the
census.
transcripts when I want to hear what they have to say. So
Yeah, they've just completed their census, which has taken a while.
got it.
Yeah.
So
That's a long
uh,
census.
It is
Yeah.
a very long
2,000
census.
friggin' years.
No. Do they send the Googles like because in Australia we get sent like a census questionnaire to fill out?
Oh, those. Yeah.
Every 10 years
Do they
in the
send
United
those
States.
send those to the Google system lords. So some kind of episodic facts and firsts. So the cult of Satesh actually has several parallels to the real life Branch Davidian cult involved in the infamous ATF Waco siege
Oh,
of
man.
1993.
That was
Just
horrible.
devastating. There was like 70 plus people killed. It
Oh,
was awful.
it was an inferno.
But their
I'm
leader,
sorry, how did they die?
David Koresh,
But they burned to
believed-
death.
Oh
they
God.
burned to death, yeah.
Okay,
So their
fair
leader,
enough.
David Koresh, he believed in an imminent coming of the apocalypse and illegally stockpiled machine guns, ammunition, and explosives in anticipation. And then just everything went just south.
Cults are
Um,
bad.
So this episode kind of ties into the last one, in that we get reacquainted with the biological compound Nishta.
Mm-hmm.
So Nishta was used to brainwash Ryak in Family, and a similar version is also used by Hathor.
Mm-hmm.
And this episode marks the death of Satesh, which is the third Gorbals killed by SG-1 and the second in as many episodes. So they're dropping like flies.
Yep.
I think that the episode would have had more significance if Seth was hiding a piece of information that the Tok'ra needed.
Yeah, he's just
like,
a gorgeous
let's go and take out this guy who's running who's running his own little faction on Earth.
To be honest, like out of all the bad cults I've heard of, at least his is just chilling out.
They keep to themselves, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of chilling out. Just so long as he's not making them eunuchs.
Yeah. Well, that's true too. Yeah.
Like it's insinuated.
Garshaw, good reference to Garshaw.
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
We don't see her upset.
We don't see her till like next season, do we?
No, don't see her at all.
Don't see her
do
ever
we?
again. I'm trying to get her on Dial the Gate.
What happened? She's so fabulous.
I know.
So there's kind of a goof coming up. So when Carter and Jacob are talking in the elevator numbers move quicker when Sam is talking. Yeah.
When they're talking, huh?
So that was 27 and it's still at 27? Like when it flips between Jacob and Sam?
Oh God, 26 is hanging on for a while. Oh God, it's hanging on for a while.
Yeah, but like it moves so much quicker when Sam is talking. It's like every few seconds it changes. There's also a bit of a discrepancy.
Yeah, wow.
Carter says that she's estranged from her brother. Well, basically suggests she's estranged from her brother and has never met his kids. But in Cold Lazarus in the first season, she said that she missed her brother and doesn't get to see his kids often enough.
Well, I feel like maybe that was on purpose because she didn't want to like let on too much information personally about how bad the relationship is.
You can kind of brush it aside and
that's how I've always said it.
Yeah,
like I could say like things about my family and how bad like some of the relationships there are, but I'm not going to go out and tell everybody on the street.
She could have been like making light of it to O'Neill because she didn't really know him that well at that point.
Yeah, she was also trying to tell him to like get the hell out of the locker room. So she
exactly. Yep. That whole exchange between Selmac and Carter and Jacob and Carter is great because Selmac's like, I want this off my chest, and to get this out of both of our heads, and Jacob's like, nope, I'm hanging on to my anger. And Selmac's like, I'm done.
So Daniel's talking about the animal that represents Satesh, but he actually mixes up his disciplines. So he says that anthropologists haven't discovered any animal fossils, but anthropologists study humans. Paleontologists study animal fossils.
Ooh.
Look at you.
But it's very specific. It's a very specific group.
Jacob has mentioned something that I was actually going to mention myself, so I'm very happy he has because I didn't remember the name of the person yet. So this is the first appearance of the actor who plays Agent Hammer, who comes back in Heroes.
That's right. Yes,
he's in Heroes.
Yes, that's totally right. I didn't even notice that.
I like to think that he got. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Okay, we've got to be quiet here.
Yep. Not even funny. It's just funny because their reactions. It's so bad.
It's great that the Jaffa have their
make
moments.
jokes. Honestly, it's so good.
And look at Teal'c; he's embarrassed.
He's like, all right, fine.
It didn't land. It just didn't land. Oh, that's so funny.
Just finishing up my point about Agent Hammer, I always thought that like when you see him in Heroes, I like to think that he maybe got promoted and like got to move into like other cool positions and got like access to Stargate Command after like
it's a different name, but yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Forgot.
So Daniel misspeaks here a little bit. He says that Seth lived in the 1800s, which makes him a 19th century cult leader, but the webpage that Daniel is viewing lists Seth as an 18th century cult leader. So he got his
17
decades, his centuries mixed up.
Yeah.
I also don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's a kind of interesting article on the Companion by Christina Elbert called "What Daniel Taught Me About Autism and ADHD," and it cites this episode as evidence of Daniel's potential ADHD due to his ability to connect unrelated ideas, because non-linear thought patterns can be a trait of ADHD. And he also gets very hyper focused on stuff, which is also a trait. So take from that what you will.
I find a way to like connect everything in some weird way sometimes. I think I'm in like some weird middle ground there. I'm definitely neurodivergent. I just don't really know what it is.
On the spectrum.
It's not actually
I think we're all a
ADHD,
little
it's
bit
something.
on the spectrum. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you're human, you're on the spectrum, you know?
Yes.
I think we found our ghoul. The glowing eyes is a bit of a giveaway.
The easiest giveaway. Oh, look, it's my dad.
Children of Seth.
Dr. Jackson.
File photo. Seth Fargo.
How far will he go?
I wish that there was a joke in this episode where Daniel's like, the guy looks like my dad. Like,
yeah, you
think
know.
about that.
There's little in-jokes that really should be all over the place. Like when Elizabeth Weir changes from Jessica Steen to Tori Higginson, Tori was like, Daniel should have made the comment like, did you change your t-shirt?
Something random like that would be really funny.
I always wanted him to say, "Oh, my hair is normally dark. I just went back to the normal color." You know?
Yeah, that would have been funny. I actually, I was almost gonna send you guys a message the other day because I was dealing with a client's account at work, and it was a deceased estate, and I was looking at the will, and it was the deceased estate of Joy Elizabeth Weir.
Wow!
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
May they rest in peace. But great name.
Elizabeth Weir. Interesting.
Great name.
Spelled exactly
the same.
Jed Ted said in the chat, was that Spader or Shanks riding the camel in the picture behind Daniel in the office? I've always wondered that.
It's definitely not Spader.
So, definitely not. No.
Yeah.
I always wondered if it was like someone else took that shot and they just gave the person hair to look like Daniel, and that's it. Because you can barely tell his face isn't like is there. It's very dark, so. He's a concerned dad.
I have known families who are going through this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A cult's like a big thing in America because like they're not really much of a thing over here.
Well,
like
I mean, not like a big thing, but I can.
But is it more of a problem?
I mean, I know a couple of families whose kids disappeared into cults and they never saw them again. So
that is wild.
In thousands of people that I've known, a couple is not so big, but it still happens.
I actually have I have a bit of a, I guess you'd call it a morbid fascination with cults. Like I don't want to join a cult, but I get very interested in cults and how they operate.
Like how the manipulation.
I've watched like a bunch of documentaries on cults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like Scientology and things like that.
I don't want to make it
a
about
powerful force.
It is. I don't want to go deep into it, but when the Alison Mack thing came out with Nexium, I was that ruined Smallville for me so much. I watched it as well. I was horrified.
I haven't finished Smallville since that.
Nikki Klein, who plays Callie in Battlestar Galactica, she was also there, and that was shocking as hell. I couldn't believe it.
And oh my god, I can't actually remember the actress's name. She's an Australian, and she was in Star Wars. She played Luke's aunt in the later films.
Aunt Beru. Oh, yes. The young one.
Yes, she played the young version of her. She was also in a cult. She's not anymore. She's gotten out.
Oh, good.
But,
thank God.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, a lot of problems out there.
Anyway, so Tilk actually has his Zat in front of a civilian, which I thought was interesting.
Okay.
I would have thought he had done because this guy's a civilian.
I was going to say,
he's holding his Zat.
Yeah.
And this stuff also, the material apparently that O'Neill uses to burn the fence is a thermite application with a magnesium fuse capable of reaching 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
Of course it is.
Which is 2,483 degrees Celsius, which is bloody hot.
I suspect.
Apparently the name of the actress from Star Wars, I don't know how to say her last name without sounding really rude. Bonnie, and it's like Pisse. don't know how I would say that without saying it. Like,
yes, thank you,
you know,
Jed's Bonnie. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It's probably Pise.
yeah.
So the interior of this location is the set for Poltergeist: The Legacy.
Oh,
I
and
didn't know
also
that.
filmed at Bridge Studios.
Oh, cool.
When did that movie come out?
Okay.
No, the TV series.
Oh, the TV series.
So
When
I
did
was
that come out?
watching Poltergeist: The Legacy and Outer Limits long before SG-1 came on.
Whoa.
And so all of them were shot at Bridge.
That's cool.
That's interesting.
And we have been there. Well, the outside of it anyway.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
That's so cool.
Look, what you just said, Bonnie Jakob, because I keep saying, listen, I don't know how to say things, I just say Jakob. Apparently, that's my thing now. Good, let's add that to the pile with fishmen, because that hasn't come up in a long time.
Oh my gosh. Hello, ATF.
Oh,
Hello.
damn.
What's ham? No, not hammer. There we go. I love that. I love that they're just making jokes, being like, wonder which one it's going to be. Like,
It's
you got to pass the
funny.
time somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Got to have a bit of fun at work.
That's what I kind of do. I'm like, what's going to go wrong today, do you think, to my manager? And we're like, let's start making a list.
Oh, God. Stop making a list.
Yeah.
Vancouver is so muddy today.
Yeah, there's a lot of wet in the first two
Yeah,
episodes. A lot of wet,
forecast
windy.
is a sign of mud.
It's all.
lot
I mean,
cloudy,
it's like February or March there. I mean, it's nasty.
Probably just all that. Yeah. Would have snowed and the snow just melted, and that's why it's all like gross and muddy.
I would have loved to have seen more snow in this show. In the Colorado establishing shot, there's never snow. It snows over half the year there. You know, at Cheyenne Mountain, you would have shots of snow. I mentioned it to Martin. He said nothing. He went quiet. It's like, oh, okay, moving on.
Oh, bit of regret there, maybe.
Then we have a new person in here. I've just realized. Donald Peterson in the chat. Nice to see you. They made a comment about how religion's very normalized, in the US, and it's like, yeah, across the world, a lot religion's normalized a lot of
Not
stuff.
just the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah. Religion can be so beautiful, and also, can be the start to things so terrible when manipulated by bad people.
It sounds like
Such a
you're
shame.
describing humanity.
Yeah, classic.
Where's cell phones, folks?
Yes. Oh.
Let's call the president and get this
Let's
guy
call the
to-
president on the landline.
Yeah, 'cause you were interfering with something well beyond what you know of.
Yes.
Nishta. When you brought it up, Evie, I completely forgot that was what it was called. So that was thank you
it
for that.
permeates all of your tissue.
I was kind of surprised they waited until 17 and a half minutes of the episode to bring up how he's influencing all the people.
Yeah, you would have thought he'd bring that up a lot earlier, especially when Daniel kind of made the assumption that the Seth, the cult Seth, was the same Seth that they were after.
Yep.
Do you think all the people are under influence, or do you think some of the people came willingly?
I mean,
I think they're all under the influence.
Yeah, they probably some would be more willing to be there than others, but why risk it when you have the
otherwise
tech
they
to have them all equally
unnecessarily
uniform?
zat a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But I
Maybe
guess
he
you-
like tricked them into dinner and then like gave them the thing, the Nishta.
Oh, I think I could be tricked into Robert
Yeah,
Duncan.
if Robert Duncan took me out to dinner and then decided to like Hathor me up, breathe on me, I'd be like, I'm already in. You don't need to breathe on me, man.
That's funny.
Don't join cults, people. We joke. I do feel kind of bad for this guy.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, he's just doing his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
It reminds me of a Brooklyn Nine-Nine when like the Vulture comes in and vultures their cases. Because they've basically done 90% of the work, and
That's
then the
right, the
higher ups have
Vulture.
turned up and taken it. And
That's totally right.
And whenever I see this now, like it's always kind of like,
this is why Jack, throws him a bone and says, "Look, I get it."
He gives him some insight of
this
info.
guy was doing his job.
Yeah.
He's been watching this place for how long? And they just swoop right in.
Yeah.
Also,
they vultured this guy.
This guy's wearing the most 90s sweater that I've ever seen.
And mustache.
It's a great sweater and mustache combination. This man is pulling it off.
Yeah, I love it when he returns for Heroes, the actor.
I didn't even piece it together, but you're totally right. He's the one that keeps on telling them to be like respectful of the
right, and he won't won't call
the crew.
Emmett. He calls it Mr. Bregman until the last scene.
Yes, he does.
So, yeah,
he's one of the reasons that Heroes works. One of those cool jackets.
Yes, on your way out.
I get it, but this makes me sad. I feel really bad for him.
Yeah.
Nah, he's just a rude dude.
His secret weapon is charm.
Here we go. Got to get this guy on your side. Here's one of the truths for you.
Yeah. Love that. This is a nice setup they had. Look at those computers.
Yeah. Very old, bulky
computers. Oh, yeah.
He's put me in charge. I think you put yourself in charge.
I was going to say.
Asgard teleporters would be really handy right about now.
Yeah, they are almost too handy as the show goes on. It's
that's
like,
one of the issues.
God.
Yeah, that's my issue with Zat guns at this stage. The first
really
blast knocks people out on their ass, except for this episode when they just wake up from Nishta.
There's this amazing TikTok.
Also,
going
it doesn't
around.
seem to hurt them either. You'll notice,
No.
like they recover within seconds from a Zap blast. So
just take a taser
Michael
to all of
Shanks
them.
Was complaining about this, and it got turned into a TikTok that's all over my feed, and I keep seeing it reappear. And he talks about how he didn't want to hold the Zap because he refused to have it, and he has it occasionally, but because it looks like a penis, but then also he was like, also this is the stupidest weapon ever, and then he explained how he hated the way stunning works, and he's like, if you go to the pool for like an hour and you come back and you get stunned again, are you still stunned or are you dead? And it's like it really just depends on like what the writers want it to be that day.
It's just
and then
a
he
convenient
complained.
plot.
It was great because
device.
it appeared like right after we finished the rest of season 2. So he was making the 1969 comment about the bolt and like the padlock and how it just like shot
it
that
can
open.
break
like,
the
right.
It does whatever the writers need it to do. That's why they make the reference in Wormhole Extremists. Well, the third shot disintegrates. That is the stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'm
I
so
love how they
glad
poked fun at that. It was good.
With that. It's really good. I just like the fact that Michael Shanks is able to poke fun at it as well and just be like, this is really stupid,
Yeah.
But he did his job and held it like the few times he had to.
Of course.
So, and I appreciate that.
I have a question for you guys. So Carter is about to say that Tilk and Jacob symbiotes can be sensed within 50 feet. So was she just guessing or only illustrating her point that Seth would be able to sense the presence of a Goa'uld? And considering this precaution and her protein marker from Jolinar, don't you think she should have also removed herself from the raid for the same reason?
I think so, because Apophis knew that she had been a host once.
Yeah.
So he sensed it. The protein. I think that they're sensing the Naquita.
Naquita,
yeah. But like, no, you're right. Get out of there, Sam.
It was just a bit of a silly move.
The fact that he like chooses her to be like one of the front ladies because she's an attractive woman, like you think SG-1 would be like, man, not only is she gorgeous, but also she was a host. There's 2 reasons why we don't want her in there, you know.
Isn't it obvious to anyone else that it's clearly sitting in their ear? As soon as they get in there, they'll be like, "Oh,
yeah." Well, when they're
so
knocked out,
obvious.
why don't they remove it from their ears?
exactly."
Like, they
it's
change
clearly
their clothes,
visible,
but they
it's not
don't
in
remove
their
it from
canals.
their ears. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that you should yell.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Okay, they work. And she left hers out.
Yes, because she's smart. When the team removes this, do you see it says the it's labeled the city waste department poison hazard.
I did not notice that.
That manhole cover. So, like, why doesn't it have a lock?
Do you think it's a
was it
fake one?
false covering?
I was gonna say, yeah,
designed
did
to
Seth
deter
just
unexpected
change it?
visitors.
Yeah. That would work for me.
They
you know,
had trouble digging, so I suspect it's a real manhole. They may have switched out the cover.
That's what I mean.
Right.
I think the cover, yeah.
And O'Neill is about to make a zippity doodah reference.
Snippity doodah, yeah.
Snippity doodah. So for those who don't know, that's a controversial it's a song from the controversial film Song of the South, but it actually won an Academy Award for Best Original Song in 1948 or 1947.
We sang it when I was in grade school.
Really?
Yep.
I actually just watched the clip from it yesterday because I think I'd seen it as a child, but I couldn't remember.
Yep.
Can I just say that Daniel's only now mentioning the eunuch thing, and also only now mentioning that the women got, like, you know, added to, like, the harems and
Exactly.
got, like, served the, like,
So he
like,
and Jacob are just, like, really withholding some important
yeah,
information here.
like if I was Sam, I would genuinely be like, okay, not only am I an ex-host, but, you know, like, he's gonna make me one of his, you know, like, ladies.
Eventually.
Like, this is not what I want. It's honestly not the vibe, Daniel. You need to be faster with this information.
I like how it was unlocked from that side.
Yeah.
Ah, rings.
Yes.
Yes.
Big circular room, guys.
This is the second time that we see rings. The first couple were in Apophyse's mothership. Well, obviously the season, the pilot, Children of the Gods.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is that next time? Yeah.
and they like. I guess Seth has holographic
good job,
wood
guys.
floor. So because it just goes straight through
Happens
the
to be
wood.
in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
The way they all backed up into, like, the perfect position to get ringed up. It's like, no better.
Yes.
Yep. Welcome to the set of Poltergeist: The Legacy.
Yes. And Jack is about to make a Three Stooges reference. Everyone's favorite, Curly. Also, Jack's line coming up is like the best pre-loss of conscious line ever.
I don't remember what it is. It's been so long.
It's just funny. Ooh, green vapors.
So I had one of those that was
Gross.
sold
Pink,
at
at
Prop
least.
Works. It was heavily damaged.
Oh,
Really?
no.
Yeah, but it was cool.
I mean, it's sitting at a weird angle, you know. That thing's gonna fall over.
If I wake up and I'm singing soprano.
Yep.
Great. No. Hello.
Where's the thing in her ear?
Exactly. Yeah, it must be buried deep down.
Mm.
Yeah, because you were able to see it from the outside of
Uh-huh.
the ear canal, weren't you? So she's been stripped and redressed.
Absolutely.
Mm. Hopefully by the women only, and you
Yeah.
know, nice women. Hopefully.
This conversation coming up with Levinson talking about his estranged son, it is so heartbreaking.
Mhm.
Yeah. Very dark.
because it's kind of like, I guess it's like the tale of three absent fathers, because Tilk is an absent father.
He's left all the lonely
And
dads.
like
in
so
the
is
hut.
Jacob and so is Levinson.
Yeah.
But I guess my takeaway from this is that Tilk stays in regular contact with Ryak, so presumably more than twice a year, because that's what Levinson says, that he lost contact with him. They only ever spoke like every 6 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a great setup. That's such a good point to bring up. Like three, absent fathers. Like I never really considered that for this scene. Wow. Yeah.
Mm.
This is probably my favorite scene in the episode for sure.
Yeah.
Other than the
It's
ending.
really devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy just needs to talk to someone. If
But
he
like
can't,
the
if he
look
can't
on
help.
Jacob's face, it's like
Yep.
a familiar tale.
Whoa.
Mm. Oh, he's breaking up.
My dad and I have had moments where it was clearly pride is more important than communication. Sometimes, with as a military kid, you just kind of gotta let things go because it's not happening. So
Yeah, but that line about Jafar society, loving one's children is not like one of the things that's complicated. It's just it just really cuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very very profound statement from Tilk.
Yep. Is it like the back of a chariot that he's supposed to be sitting in?
Yeah.
Modeled after?
No.
It's very colorful.
I wonder what happened to the throne.
I like that he's just happy with his really small cult. So he's just sitting there, just surviving all
About
these
50
years.
followers.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm just vibing, just jamming, just chilling out. Having some parties, doing some drugs. It's like, all right. Don't do drugs, kids.
Sniffing some green vapors.
Yeah.
Those
green vapors were sus.
Yeah, I know. I read that. I couldn't find it, but I'll mention it anyway. So someone online said that there was a goof around this scene where apparently you can see a laser light reflected on some of the people, which is from the film cameras to aid in autofocus settings, but I couldn't see it.
Oh.
It only sounds like there's about 4 people doing that chant.
Why does it look like Daniel and Jack are already coming out of it? Like it's like they're really weak to it. They were both very not enthusiastic enough.
It's probably the actors not being very enthusiastic about this episode. He finally noticed.
You should know that they can enter in more than one place.
We may have to get started.
Yeah, things are getting spicy, guys.
Rick started really going gray this season, and he looks.
He just
looks
lent into
great.
it now. Yeah, because I just think he was dyeing his hair and then he just gave up.
You think?
And
Yeah, that's
I
what I
actually
think,
prefer.
yeah.
I think so. I think he's been gray for a long time, and I think maybe when he got offered this role, he made the decision to put some sort of rinse in his hair, but then he just sort of let it grow out gray, and I think that was a very good
Looks great
because he looks way more distinguished.
Yep.
I always made the weirdest I just realized something when I was younger, and I was always like, why do I notice this? They all have different hair. Like Daniel's brown, Sam's blonde, Jack's gray, and Teal'c is bald. And then when Teal'c grows hair, it's black. So it's like they all have a different hair color.
It's very diverse.
They're just missing red. Yeah, see, there they are, right there, and then not there. So whatever.
It's really in the ear canal, plugging up all that wax in there. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's sunk in deeper.
Mm.
the longer it's in there. The bliss that is Seth.
Yes.
I think he wrote something about that on his autograph for you, didn't he, Nicole? Something about
I
enjoying
think
the
he
bliss that
did.
is
I
Seth.
really need to find it. Honestly, I know
You
it's here
should.
somewhere. I'm gonna poke around while we're doing this to see. I think it might actually be right next to me, and I didn't realize.
He does sell this.
I think he does a good job.
And he hasn't really aged a day in 30 years.
He looks exactly the same. I mean, it probably, I guess it helps that
I guess
he
25
has like the
years.
same facial hair, the same hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hasn't aged at all.
Yeah.
So when they zat him, he just doesn't seem to feel any pain. Like he just sort of comes right back around.
Yep.
Do you think it's
Yeah, big
because
sus.
of the specific strain of Nishta used by Seth, or is it just
I just
bad
assumed
plot
that they lowered the power on the Zats somehow, so
Yeah.
the overall stun settings are less. Like if
Yeah,
there's a way to
maybe.
change the power output of the Zat, and it was just cut from dialogue or never considered. So
I just want to say I gave a tiny little look behind, like, one little shelf, and boom, found it. So I'll bring that up later.
Oh, good job.
hey,
Thank you,
perfect.
thank you.
So yeah, we'll see
Just-
it at the end.
Also, a moment to admire Robert Duncan's hair.
That is all his hair.
His hair is so bloody
He
good.
has a great mop of hair.
Honestly, my dad's hair is also like that. This is where the similarities are.
I feel like you should be showing us a picture of your dad as
I
well
don't
as
have
the
any good
autograph from
pictures of
Robert
him. This is
Duncan.
what's so annoying. Like, damn it.
Sounds like it's time for a family photo.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Zats, and it's like, of course he's not gonna know what
He
that
doesn't
is.
know what that is.
Yeah.
There we go. Wow. That's why he's got the wrist device.
Mm. So after this episode, what do you think happened to the 50 or so recovered cult members? Because they'd present like a security risk with everything that they know about Seth and his powers and
I
technology.
think they were all given a lot of paperwork to sign.
Because I was going to say, or
I was
would
gonna
their
say,
memories
yeah.
be erased
Given a
once the
firm
mind
talking
control
to by
was
very scary
removed?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would not erase their memories.
like
I mean,
the
maybe they
whole-
would,
no.
you never know.
Well, I mean, the whole memory erase thing, like obviously, Tommy was just zatted, and he still remembered where
Yeah,
the
he
zats
remembers,
were and
yeah.
how to locate the
They'll
transport
have
ring.
their memories, so they
yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's just very selective plot armor.
To be honest, like, Seth didn't really, like, reveal too much. He just sat there, had his eyes glow, the rings kind of happened, and then, like, that's it. They could just pass it off as, like, weird futuristic government technology that ought to keep hush-hush.
Yep. There were like 10 rings in the film, and the rings were very small. How many? I mean,
Yes.
and now in all the shows, they're like 5. Like, if you got like a 7-foot tall person, does the top of their head get cut off because the rings aren't tall enough? Or do the rings sense,
That's a
oh, this
good
guy's taller.
question.
We have to dematerialize higher than ourselves.
Well,
That's
maybe
right.
it's like as the rings are coming down, it's like scanning.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still a cool effect. I'd love to see the rings with modern technology, see how clear they look.
Oh, for sure.
Guy just looks so clueless.
Yeah. It's like,
The
okay.
wristband.
Someone is not tending to that fire.
Look, bro, you're like 50 dudes. Chill out.
Oh. You've destroyed his security. Oof.
At least you landed on carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, great. I got to go
And
and
you
start
dropped
all
the
over again.
The Zats were dropped specifically right there.
Yep. Shock grenade.
I love the way he just disrobed of the big dramatic coat, and he's like, "Right, this is a great disguise." It's like Altair in Assassin's Creed, because he has like a little white hood he just pulls up to blend in with all the priests. So it's like, oh,
Cloak
I'm
of
invisible.
invisibility.
Yeah.
Get out of there, Yos. Bomb.
Bomb. Yes.
Oh.
This is really beautiful.
I'm not thrilled to see you, man.
No, he gives him a hug.
Oh.
He like fell into him with the hug.
Now, Jakob, go talk to your son.
Jakob.
Yes. But the son isn't credited, is he? Like the actor who played the son. I remember someone asked on Facebook, and I think I tagged you in the comment, and like no one had any idea the name of the actor who played the son.
Yeah. Oh my god, like that's an effect I forgot exists. Whoa, that was quite cool.
Broke the rings for sure.
His hand is just stiff with that piece of jewelry on.
He is disguised really well.
Yep.
Just about as good as SG-1 is disguised whenever they go out in public and put a cape on, which they do quite often.
Satesh Tokra. Oh.
Ouch.
They should have added a bowling pin sound effect.
Yes, missed opportunity. You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it, boo. Believe in you.
I really wish she used it more than this. I thought they were setting up something really
they
cool
should
here.
really have taken advantage of that.
It's season 3. She's been messing around with it for a couple of years now, so I would have been. Ha 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 ha! Hail Dorothy.
Yes, obviously another Wizard of Oz reference. So Seth is the Wicked Witch to Carter's Dorothy. He's been created.
That was such a really strange death, the way he got created. I can't get over how weird it looked.
The way he got
like
created.
it you know what it looks like? It looks like when I try and dig a hole in the sand of the beach and I try to fit in it, but I never dig enough, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I respect Robert Duncan for having to try and pull that off and make it look like he, you know, actually got squished in there.
He does a good job trying to sell it. So
yeah.
Oh, good scene.
Aww. Carter family reunion.
I think it's important that they address these things because they come up very briefly in the show. So to see them actually like pay off and actually do things with them is very nice.
So how do you think they explained Jacob's like miraculous recovery from leukemia?
His son didn't know, did he?
Yeah, maybe remission.
Did his son even know that he had cancer?
I assume he would
did.
know.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah,
he said my son never came to see me, nothing. So
right, yeah.
Oh, that's a cute kid.
I wish we had seen more of Mark.
Yeah, I mean, we understood just hear from him because he sets up Sam with Pete Shanahan.
Oh wow, we really love him for that. We really love him for that.
because they were buddies.
Yeah, that's it.
I have a question for you guys as this episode rounds out. So what happened to Seth's cache of weapons? Do you think that the SGC acquired them?
I'm sure.
Or they just went into storage?
Yeah. Either at Area 51
there was a lot of
Stargate
Zats
Command.
there.
There were a lot.
Yeah.
Now they have loads of spares.
Yeah, we never had a shortage of them.
Wow.
Yeah, Jed Ted. I wonder what happened to Seth's junk.
I was going to say, Yvie, could you just read Jed Ted's question? Damn, that is an episode.
I had more fun than I thought I would.
So did I.
Yeah, it's not an
Perfectly
awful
honest.
episode.
Evie
but-
made
awful.
me care more than I thought I would. So good job, Evie.
I'm patting myself on the back.
As you should. Here you go. There you go. Gonna pat you on the back.
That's
Not that
Seth.
anyone can see.
Thanks for tuning in with us.
Yeah, no one can see, but I just like patted. I did this to the thing, Evie. And I was like, there you go, darling.
I felt it.
I'm glad, all the way down under
Nicole.
on the side of the planet.
Yes.
It's show and tell time.
Let me just lean down and get it so I don't have any space on the table. Oh God, I'm not gonna lie, right? I look pretty great in some of these, so I don't like my mouth. My face mask covered the things I hate about myself. So it doesn't
it's
have
a
the same
photo.
thing that we
It's not
saw.
a. It's not a.
No,
You
there's
can get a photo
there are
with
so
him.
many. I've got a whole thing of like lots
Yeah,
of photos
that's like
of me.
all of that's her full collection.
Yeah,
going
I've got
back
two collections.
years
I've got the
and
purple
years.
folder and the pink one because I got you one. Remember, Yvie? I got you. A pink
Yes, I
folder.
have a matching pink one.
Yeah. So this one is right next to Jeff Gulka. There he is.
Hey, there
They
he
didn't have
is.
large ones. I took the smaller one. But all he put was to Nicole, I am your god, which is kind of what I wanted because I was
Yes.
really going for I kept being cult god leader. I kept emphasizing how majestic he was, and it's just he went for the elegant in its simplicity. The bliss that is Seth. So yeah.
What a strange show we watch.
Oh,
that's
I
funny.
know.
Yeah, this
I
is
know.
weird. I just want
I
to add,
get up
by the
at
way,
3 a.m. in the morning for this strange.
I got a Wizards of Waverly Place one because I used to watch that when I was growing up. So I got that instead of a Stargate one. And I think
That
I got
is
both
funny.
actually. But yeah,
I'll have to show my photo of me and the DeLuise brothers doing
Yeah,
that
should we
little
start
bit
pulling
from
out all our
Blazing
autographs
from
and,
Blazing
all the
Saddles.
stuff? Yeah.
Well, go and watch
The
our
photo's great.
our GateCon retrospective.
Yeah.
Yes,
We had a
it's in
great
there.
time,
so much
guys.
Man, that was
fun.
an epic
It
show.
didn't. The holiday wasn't that costly. It's worth it, and Vancouver is a beautiful place, and everyone speaks
Mhm.
English. Very helpful. So
It does help. Absolutely.
it does help.
So,
Yeah.
how shall we rate this?
Ooh,
Oh.
okay.
Evie.
What did I give the last episode for?
I think we all gave it 4.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
Nicole.
Probably
No,
a
no,
3.
David.
Yeah, I think
A
I'm going to
3?
go with a 3 because I
Okay.
think I enjoyed the last episode a little bit more. And I'm think on a rewatch, I'm more likely to skip this episode more than the previous one. But I do love Robert Duncan,
There
having
you
met
go.
him. So
I think I gave I
Mm.
think I gave Bane a 1 or a 2, and it's it's
Yeah.
definitely not Bane worthy. It's not one full
Bane
stop
level.
worthy.
Yeah.
It's it's not at that level. And to be honest, there is loads of redeeming qualities about it, little ones, and the little
Mhm.
lesson and the Jaffa joke. God damn Stargate, and it's good writing sometimes. You might get an episode that's overall a bit stinky, but then they'll throw in all these great character moments, and it's
like a little
you
little spurts
evil.
of air freshener
exactly
to
oh,
get rid
stop
of some of the stink.
feeding me. Literally, it gets rid of some of the stink. Yeah, you know what? A 3 because the writing made it less stinky at times. The death
There
in
you
the
go.
pit was silly, and I'm still annoyed about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
David.
he gave up pretty easy.
So everyone's saying that they can't find Tommy Levinson. Son at the end is not credited. Oh, son at the end. So Mark. Are they talking about Mark?
Yeah, Mark.
Mark, the Musketeer
Mark
Mark.
was not
Yeah.
credited.
Yeah.
I was like,
No, he's
not
Stuart
credited.
O'Connell played Tommy Levinson.
Yeah.
Interesting. So before I
Yeah.
give mine, Mark Carter. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've tried looking this up before, David.
Yeah, he's uncredited. So yeah.
Yeah.
I
so
give it a
maybe it's
2.
just a random extra.
Whoa! I
Yeah.
am
Okay,
usually
a
really
2.
rude with my
If it
ratings.
wasn't
Wow.
for
David, that was
Robert
straight up
Duncan,
rude.
it would have been a 1.
Mm,
And Jacob Carter, it would have been a 1. That recovers it. Other than that,
Yeah.
it is not particularly an interesting episode.
Yeah,
The
no, you're
next
right. I
few
think
are really solid, but not this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I just
Jonathan
think the
Glassner
background
did
that
far
we
better
get.
ones.
Yeah, the
Mm.
background that we get on Jacob is good.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had some pretty fun.
Good dad
fair amount of fun
progression.
with right.
And
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
Seth. Seth was just, your Gould. He was golden. He was doing his Gould stuff, and he did a great job, Golden. Missed opportunity with the joke about him being Daniel's dad. I'm like, honestly, come on.
Oh my god, I just had a thought. There should be a TV show called The Golden Girls. And it'll just be
We get that on a poster? Can I get that on a shirt?
Oh,
Golden
gosh.
Girls? I'd love that.
Yeah, in their font. That's funny.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
we'd have to have like pictures of like Gould.
Yeah,
like, Mirti,
100%.
Hathor.
Yeah.
Yes, Hathor, yep.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But actually,
Well
hold on. Technically, the Goulds don't have genders. They just pick hosts that, like,
That's fine. The
That's
Goulds
true.
and
Somebody
the
have to
girls.
use the-
Yes. So
Golden girls.
you can
Golden
have
girls.
Or in
everyone in
girls.
there. Yeah.
There are ways
I
to make
love
it
that
work.
so much.
There are
oh my
ways to
god.
make it work. Oh my goodness. Okay,
That
so
is a
I'm gonna
t-shirt in the making.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll up and and while David thinks about how great that idea is. Okay, so like what you said, I was gonna give this less, but the end was pretty good. I give this 4 chevrons. That is above
Wow,
average.
for Seth. Wow.
Whoa! God, I really hope Robert Duncan
Okay.
doesn't watch this. Robert Duncan, this is not about you. This is about the writing. You're excellent. Jean Diada said 2 chevrons, lots of missed opportunities. Yeah, and also the lack of Daniel. Wasn't doing enough. Jed Ted 5 chevrons. What is going on? They're gonna ruin the average. This should be one of the lower ones of the season. And when Anthony puts us all together,
They're
you
artificially
guys are
inflating them.
ruining the average. It should be
Artificially
so much
inflating.
lower. I am so upset with all of you. Oh my goodness.
Oh
Jed
my
Ted loved
god.
Wizards of
Well,
Waverly Place.
inflation is the discussion of the day. So
Honestly. Okay, Lewis Cox says 5 chevrons. Nick Nar says 4. What is happening? Jakob says another 5 from me. Good story and character moments, and of course a
Jacob.
Jaffa joke. Sorry, Jake.
Yes, we
I'm
forgot about
so
the Jaffa
sorry,
joke.
Jacob.
Yeah.
My brain's now stuck on Jakob. Jaffa joke, by the way, the coolest coffee sip ever by Daniel. Yeah, that was smooth. Homo Urple. No, not the other way. But about 3 chevrons. Thank you, Homo Urple. Thank you. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but in my head, you're wrong. Everyone else. Mike Boland's conscience is a 4. I really like the Jaffa joke. The Jaffa joke is pulling it back for everybody. I think that's what it was. Raj Luthra, my rating is 3 out of 7 chevrons. Becca 4. Jean Diada said Mark isn't credited yet, we know, which is very sad. Dan Ben said 4 out of 7. Yeah, because this has some slow parts and some good parts overall. I do like it.
Mhm.
And I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Am I the only one who gave it a 2?
Yeah, you are, David.
Well, I stand.
Yeah.
I almost
solitary
gave
at the
it a
bottom.
2. I almost
Yeah,
gave it a
do
2.
it. Do
but
it.
like, Evie and you were like, oh, our dads and cults, and you made this episode like more interesting, and we had important conversations about like parenting and cults, and Nexium came up briefly, and
Yes,
it's
it
like,
did.
you made this mildly more interesting than it should have been. So
Well, if you want a boost
My
of
bad.
a mediocre episode, come to Wormhole Extremists, folks, because we will
We
make
will
your day
Yes.
so that you will
That's
give
basically our
completely
slogan.
unrealistic answers for star ratings, chevron ratings at the end.
So
We will
it's Wormhole
beautifully tear it apart
Extremists.
and do
We
that.
make the mediocre episodes bearable. That's
Yep.
that's our
Yeah.
tagline.
That's it. That's literally it. I usually like, and I know you're gonna say it. You always say, David, you're like, hate is a very strong word. It is a strong word, and I hate a lot of episodes.
Very strong word.
But
It's a very destructive thing.
you guys make these episodes better, and I really dislike you for it. So,
Oh
you
wow,
know.
there's
Sorry.
a lot of hate circulating around here.
I was so happy disliking these things and hating some of them, like Bane and One False Step, get out. But yeah, and now you've gone off. Good job, guys. Good job.
That's why we're here.
Oh, no, Jean Diada did give it a 2. Jean Diada did give it a 2. There
Jean
you go,
Diada
David.
did,
You're not
okay.
alone.
I apologize.
Not alone. Jean Diada gave it a 2. So there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, not alone.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Give us a like if you haven't. If you stuck
Yes,
around by
please.
this point, please do us the favor so we can continue to grow our audience. Welcome to our new visitors, or less quiet than usual visitors. I suppose that could
Yes.
be too.
Yes.
Yeah. So next week, where is next week?
I'm sorry, David. What is your shirt, and why does it look like someone's bum?
So it's a Salt Lake. I don't know if I can.
I've got to know what this shirt is now. Sorry, it looks like a bum, so I've got to do it.
So it's a bunch of animals.
Urinals.
Because it's all the wildlife.
Ah,
So it's a wildlife shirt.
It's the back of an
So,
animal.
Salt Lake City, Utah. So.
It looked like an animal bent over, and I was like, "Why is the animal bent over, David?"
He's just looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, he's like, "Why is this human watching me?" Like, I'm minding my own business in this field. So
that's
yeah.
funny.
Anyway,
So yes, so we've got so next week we've got Fair Game and Legacy. So, I don't know why it says Saturday. I'll update these to. Geez, I need to update all the. Look at that.
What have you done, David?
I've not programmed the dates right, so I
just realized your name is David. And I'm not taking advantage of the Schitt's Creek show.
It's all good.
Oh my God, David! David. There we go.
So Steve McCaj is tomorrow. Makepeace at 12 noon Pacific time, Monday, June the 5th.
Yes.
Brian Smith will be joining us to discuss more Stargate Universe, but more specifically
gonna be
Class
cool.
of '09, which I've been watching on FX. It is prescient. And then Saturday after Brian, we've got the Stargate exhibit of Empire movie props from GateCon. And then so that's a pre-recorded show. I've just finished organizing it. It looks good. It's about 27-minute runtime. David and Peter DeLuise pop in throughout. And then Steve Basic is scheduled for Wednesday, June 14th. He played is it Coburn? It was Coburn. And of course, he played the great Camulus. So
yeah,
few men
and he
can
plays
pull
a
off a skirt,
fantastic
and
villain.
he pulls it
Also,
off.
On Virgin River, he
Dr.
plays
Sexy
an awesome villain.
in Supernatural.
Oh, he's in Supernatural. Okay, very good.
He's Dr. Sexy. He's the McDreamy Patrick Dempsey of the. That's what he's called in Grey's Anatomy. So there's a Grey's Anatomy like joke TV episode where they like cut to a Grey's Anatomy thing that's stuck in TV land. And Jensen Ackles is like, oh my God, it's Dr. Sexy, and then comes Steve Basic. And he's like really sexy, and he's being like his sexy self, and yeah,
I'd buy that.
Pretty hot. So
he was also a man with a fabulous head of hair.
Exactly right. What is with these beautiful locks of hair? I will say, am I a terrible girlfriend in that Sunday is my boyfriend's birthday, and we're doing dinner. And I think I'm just gonna have to kick everyone out at 9 p.m. so that we can do this.
Oh, is it next week?
Oh yeah, we don't have to post it.
If you need to postpone a little bit, you let us know. We'll make
I don't
it
think
work.
we need to. I think we're good, guys. But it is Penna's birthday, so when I join you, let's acknowledge that.
How old is he going to be?
Okay, he's still a baby.
I'm 25. He's 28 this year.
Okay, wow, you guys are
still
puppies.
a youngin'.
I know.
Youngin'.
I know.
Well, I think my birthday this year falls on a Sunday, so we'll be streaming on my birthday.
You're exactly 2 weeks after Peta and Faye, because my friend Faye, it's also her birthday Sunday. They share the same birthday, like evil people.
Mine's a Thursday. Evil people?
No, they're both like Geminis, and I don't believe in that stuff, but like, it's like, why does my best friend and my boyfriend have to have the same birthday? It's so rude. Like,
it's so convenient.
It's probably good luck.
No, it's not convenient. They both want to do very different things. So, yeah. Sadly, we walked our dog one year during COVID. So
that was your birthday outing one year.
It was COVID. We couldn't leave. We walked the dogs together, and we were like, "Happy birthday, everyone!" And then we had a water balloon fight in the garden because we were like, "Well, we can't touch each other, so if we just sanitize all the balloons and then lob them at each other, we can't get sick."
Right? Okay.
That was awesome.
Any port in a storm. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
so I've updated it on dialthegate.com. So, okay.
Good job.
Sunday, June the 11th, Fair Game and Legacy. Learning Curve and Point of View, June 18th. Dead Men Switching Demons, June 25th. So.
Oh, that's my birthday.
Your birthday. We'll be watching a couple of fun episodes.
Yeah.
So, be dealing with more
Should we bring cake, guys? Should we all just bring cake?
Should there be cake? I've
got a great idea. Eater. No, neither am I. However, Yvie, okay, I'm gonna bring a cake, right? And then I'm gonna I'm gonna get a candle. I want you to blow the candle out through the camera, and then I'm gonna blow it out on my end, and then you make a wish. Okay,
yes,
can we do
let's
that?
do it. Let's do it.
All right, we can do that.
Excellent.
That's fun. All right, gang. We are the Wormhole Extremists. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next Sunday. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.